Hey, what's up, everybody? Time for another game theory follow-up answering question kind of video. If you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel if you want. Appreciate things. So I recently made this video, which I've made a video discussing this topic before about how Strider is one of the greatest redesigns in just fighting game history, right? And I had multiple comments actually of people being like, I don't know what you're talking about. How is he different? What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Almost to the point that it was like, first of all, it's ridiculous, but it also made me think the fact that people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about goes to show you that the idea of Strider, once you get to something like Marvel vs. Capcom and maybe Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, is just so ingrained, I guess, in you, like, oh, this is what these moves should have done. This is what these moves should have done. But you know, anyway, to talk a little bit about that, remember, if you've ever played Marvel's Capcom 2, what do people really do in Marvel's Capcom 2 with Strider? They'll do something like Ouroboros or some bullshit, dash up Ouroboros combos, blah, 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 because there's only a level 1, Strider Doom kind of bullshit, whatever. But when you think about what did his actual special moves do, if you actually look at his fucking special moves, and again, I might get the buttons wrong because I haven't played this game in a while, but all these like animal friends and everything like that, I don't know what the frame data is, but I would not be surprised if they're literally double the time. Double like the frames. You know what I mean? Strider before had a lot of these, Strider before, I said he was a cool character, right? I mean, look, he looks cool, right? I wish his sword doesn't really flash as cool unless you do like this move or something. I think they fixed that in Marvel's Capcom Infinite, but generally Strider is just a cool character, but when you looked at a lot of his like moveset and toolkit and something like Marvel versus Capcom 2 and 1, they were just kind of cute. Do you know what I mean? Strider was cute before. It's like, oh, that's kind of cute. They added in the line. Oh, that's cute. They added in the line. Oh, they added in like the bird. Oh, that's kind of cute. So it's like, it's kind of like air fireball, sort of. Oh, he can add like a little Ouroboros thing, and then you can shoot it, all this kind of stuff. Like, oh, he can cling off the wall. But you know what? A lot of that shit just wasn't that fucking good. Even stuff like this, if you're talking about Marvel's Capcom 2, and again, this shows you that his redesign is so good that it's like blocked out of the memory of people, dude. In Marvel's Capcom 2, did you forget when you did a heart attack with Strider? It launched the guy. Not like a real launcher. It just popped the guy up in the air. So guess what? You couldn't even combo to this. You could not combo to that move. You couldn't combo to any of these moves. You couldn't combo to this move. It did not work in Marvel's Capcom 2. In Marvel's Capcom 1, you could. But, this didn't launch. But in Marvel's Capcom 1, guess what? When you did a teleport, you couldn't even attack out of a fucking teleport in Marvel's Capcom 1. It was literally just like Ouroboros. And, you could make the argument that like, oh, well, maybe Strider was, I'm sure someone might say, well, maybe Strider was better in Marvel's Capcom 1 or Marvel's Capcom 2. But you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know what I mean? It's not always the most interesting thing that makes a character good in a game. I think you can look at the history of games. You know what I mean? Is Sagat the most, brain stimulating character ever in Super Turbo? No, a simple thing, so to speak, makes him good. Is Zazzy the most, non-scrubbalicious character in the history of video games? No. You know what I mean? Is what makes Strider so cool and like good, or not cool, is what straight makes Strider good, quotation marks, say Marvel's Capcom 1 or 2? Is it him using his entire toolkit? No, it's not. But my argument is not if Strider is a better character in Marvel's Capcom 3 or Marvel's Capcom Infinite. I'm just saying the redesign of the character, he's a more fleshed out character. Before he was a quotation marks cute character, how they added this stuff. I mean, even stuff like Bomb. Bomb was a charge move before. Bomb was a fucking charge move before, okay? This move, it didn't like knock you off the wall. Guess what? Every time you did this move, whatever, that's how big it was, even the big one. It didn't bounce you off the wall. This thing right here, that was a charge move. And then you had to do another charge to fire it off. Like, just fucking like think about how like free flowing that made him. Like, you start to go into this stuff and you think about trying to like, putting in different combos like that. And then there's also, And then you would like link off to that. Then you're keeping like wave dashing in, then back. So you have more time. Because if you do it too close into a big combo, you won't be able to do a combo. So you're like, oh, I'm going to knock the guy down. I'm going to wave dash in. I'm very bad at wave dashing. It's been a while. Wave dash in, go back so it hits later, so you have more time to hit that, all that kind of stuff. Like, he has to use his toolkit, like even the fucking wall grab. Guess what? When you wall grabbed in fucking Marvel's Capcom 1 and 2, guess what? He always went to his own side. Now he goes to this side automatically, and they purposely put this shit in there. Like, when you did that move, guess what? It knocked you down. Now it's like, well, you like combo off of it. Like, his entire tools kit, you know what I mean, so to speak, is like purposely for like, you're encouraged to use everything. It's not just fucking cute, right? His entire move set like fleshes together so much better. Whereas a lot of these other moves are like, oh, would I ever really use this? No. Once in a blue moon, it was all just Ouroboros. And guess what? When you did combos, guess what? You know, moves like this, that knocked you in the air so you didn't get a combo off it. You know, when you did something like this, when you could link off it, guess what? You recovered until you hit the ground. You could not combo off it like that. When you did combos in something like Marvel's Capcom 2, guess what it was? It'd be like a double air combo, or they have those like falling screen infinites, flying screen, whatever the fuck it is, or little combos like that, Russian Ouroboros combo. But guess what? You weren't using his entire toolkit. All his friends, whatever, all these different friends moves comboing in the bomb. This move, like, look at that. You can cancel it. Like, what an amazing redesign. Like, that's why I said whoever redesigned fucking Strider deserves a tremendous, like, pat on the back. Because instead of just being, I mean, of course, he's a very cool character, I think. Ninjas are cool. Look how he holds his sword. I don't know how that's, I don't understand it. It blows my mind. It's like a magnet. I don't understand how it works. It doesn't seem very comfortable, but he makes it work. He works so much better, and some people are like, oh, well, his Ouroboros shouldn't be a level 3 because he should be better. This isn't a question of if the character is better or not. I'm talking about, is the character actually better designed? Because guess what? You could pick any fucking fighting game, I'm sure, ever. It's not always the most complicated, amazing thing, the most well fleshed out character that is the best character. Often in video games, it could be just something simple that this character's simple thing is just so powerful, it makes them good. Guess what? Strider, why do people talk about Strider? Oh, because Ouroboros. Well, guess what? Now when you think about Strider, motherfuckers didn't even remember that he was redesigned, apparently, in my comments. Did you forget how much of this shit was just cute? It's like, oh, that's kind of a cute throwback, but it's not really used in a lot of his toolkit, you know what I mean? Oh, this was actually a charge move. And then if I want to fire it again, and it didn't recover like that either. And you couldn't cancel it if I could cancel on this fucking jank-ass Sega Saturn controller. Fucking ridiculous. I can't get this I can only get this janky retro bit one to work, and I can't get the old Sega Saturn with the RAFnet converter to work. Like, they're both janky, but one is even more janky than the other, but whatever. What are you going to do, right? Excuse me. But anyway, I mean, seriously, you should go watch some, combo videos of like Strider and Marvel's Capcom 1 and 2 and just look at how his toolkit is used. And then look at my Marvel 3 videos. My Marvel's Capcom Infinite videos. Like, who was the one that like flipped it on, like, I think when Strider, it just like, and of course people probably think I'm sucking my dick, but guess what? Who was like the most famous Strider in America? Clockwork. Guess what? Go back and look at all of Clockwork's posts talking about, oh my God, Final Showdown. He finds all the craziest tech. Oh my God, every video is crazier than the last. I'm learning more and more from him every video. Guess what? That was Clockwork. You know what I mean? Isn't he the most famous? But guess what? Look at Clockwork. His posts are still there talking about, look at Final Showdown's videos. Watch these. Like, I can't even believe he's doing this shit. I never would have thought of it. I'm learning so much. You know what I mean? That isn't me to say that I'm better than, any of these guys at the game, right? Because I didn't really play the game. But in terms of like tech and actually like fitting all these pieces together, I mean, go watch my videos. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I actually went back just to see some of these comments, and some people were just like, this video's just your solo Strider video is the best Ultimate Marvel's Capcom video there's ever been. I didn't remember people saying that. I remember they used to say it for the tag team videos, but I forgot that people said that also just for the solo videos. For Strider even. I forgot people said that. But anyway, point is, Strider is a character that was redesigned incredibly. And the fact that people don't even remember that he was redesigned shows that. Like his moves, a lot of these moves, you couldn't even combo into them. Couldn't combo out of them. They were just there to be cute. You just used Ouroboros, right? So, anyway. If you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.